Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this very special day. I'm so glad that you are here to join us to celebrate this new and important and really critical next phase of our work here in the great city of Newark. I am your MC for this morning, Louis Laria, Director of the Office of Homeless Services. First, I want to welcome you all to the new home of the outreach and community teams. This space here will house the community teams and outreach teams of the Office of Homeless Services and the Office of Violence Prevention. It was previously the Metro Sub-Precinct. The mayor wanted us to be closer to the needs of our residents, especially those in the greater downtown area. So he charged me, along with Deputy Mayor Yuri and Director Winfield Hill, to create this space, not just for our teams, but for residents in need of services. So we're really excited about that. So as you can see, we've been furnishing it. We've made some improvements, but we have more plans for this space to make it more of a welcoming and safe space for our teams and for our residents. So of course, I want to thank Director Miranda, Sergeant Sagara, Lieutenant Bess, our buildings department, Kieran, and our team, and everyone else that supported us in creating this new space. So before we begin, I want to acknowledge, of course, there's some people behind me, as you can see. But these are incredible people. We could not do this work without them. So please, as I introduce these teams, give them a round of applause. First, I'm going to start with the City of Newark Outreach Team, led by Mr. Kieran Blakely. So you want to raise your hand? This team is now really the largest and most professionally diverse team we've ever had in our office. They are peers, counselors, social workers, and fierce advocates. Bridges Outreach and CSP&J, raise your hand on both sides here. They are amazing street outreach partners that are helping us now to provide these critical services 24/7. They are a team full of compassionate and determined servants that really answer this call every day. And to our Rutgers Health team, who's here to the right, to your left, our psychiatric nurse practitioner, which I'm not sure if she's part of the, there she is back there, Lavanya, a manager of clinical services, Rochelle, and the rest of the team that have partnered with us to address the medical and clinical needs of our residents. And I want to give a shout out to OVP, although they're not behind us, but Ms. Helms and all the good folks here. Yeah, come over here, Ms. Helms. We really consider OVP is our brothers and sisters, and they really help us in providing services and identifying resources within their network. So some other acknowledgments, of course, our good friend Bob Preek, who's the RWJ Health Senior Vice President for Community Health. Director Miranda, which I think I saw here. There you are, right there. Our newest Public Safety Director, Miranda. He's been very, very supportive. Him and his team here. Sergeant Sagara, I want to thank you so much for the support that you've provided. Captain, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I always get those titles messed up. Yeah, no. He's gonna get me because I see him at the gym every morning. And then we also have the Housing Authority Director here as well. Thank you for coming, sir. Appreciate all the help you've been doing and all the support you've been providing. All right, so we're gonna get started. So we're excited here to announce the mayor's major expansion of our street outreach efforts that consist of 5 initiatives and services. The first one is a new clinical downtown and metro team funded in partnership with the Newark Alliance, RWJ, Prudential Financial, Mara Foundation, and the MC Day Foundation that will be based in this new space and will be consisted of a advanced practice nurse, a clinical social worker, outreach worker, community resource police officer, and other members that will address the complex needs of residents in Newark's arts and education district. We also have a new 24/7 outreach team that will be funded thanks to a grant from DCA and managed by our partners at Bridges Outreach and CSP&J. Folks, we now have outreach workers canvassing our city and providing emergency services every single day, every single evening, and every single overnight. That's really big news. We also have the expansion of our street medicine initiative in partnership with Rutgers Health that will deploy 2 teams of psychiatric nurse practitioners, social workers, drug counselors, outreach workers to deliver cost-free direct access to mental health and drug treatment and resources to our unsheltered residents. In 4 months, this street medicine team has seen 300 residents and completed 34 prescriptions 26 psychiatric evaluations, admitted 37 residents to treatment programs, and helped admit 13 residents to hospitals for medical emergencies, and they're just getting warmed up, folks. And as I previously mentioned, the expansion of the City of Newark team that now consists of the largest team we've ever had with over 10 members of many disciplines, expertise, and most importantly, love for our city and its residents. And finally, the last initiative in partnership with NJ211, Newark Alliance, PNCT, and others, a new texting hotline for the public to use to help us identify unsheltered residents in need by texting Path Home to 855-11. The service has been used by over 300 residents since June. None of this, of course, happened by accident, right? These things didn't just fall into place. These services and their expansion was the mayor's vision and plan from the beginning. Since December of 2022, when the mayor launched the plan titled Path Home, one of its critical goals was to reduce the number of people living in our streets. And since then, we introduced several strategies that have helped us reduce the unsheltered population by over 57% in its first year, and has helped us maintain a 2-year downward trend since its launch. Yes, progress is being made, but this work is not over. In fact, the work and the fight is even bigger now, and we have to dig deeper and press forward. So as you can see today, the mayor is committing to tackling this head on by all of these services and bringing them directly to those who need it the most. And with that said, I have the privilege and honor of introducing the great Mayor Ras J. Baraka. Mayor Baraka has been nationally and internationally recognized for his innovative leadership and fearless approach to tackling homelessness. Last year, he was invited to Paris to speak as one of the members of the International Mayors Council on Homelessness, where he and other mayors signed a joint declaration to work together globally to address homelessness. Recently, the mayor's work was featured by the National League of Cities in their Homelessness Guide for Local Governments and highlighted on their Cities Speak online publication. So please, please help me welcome Mayor Ras J. Baraka.
Thank you. So I just want to first thank the director here, Luis Valerio, who's doing an awesome job and has a heavy burden on his back every day, thinking about how to address a very intractable and difficult problem in our city, our county, our state. This is not easy work. It is important work, and there's a lot of pressure on him from the community and from me, by the way. But he stands up to the task, and that's because he understands that this is work that can't be done alone, that heavy objects have to be moved collectively, that we are not strong enough to move big things by ourselves. In fact, if you're able to move it alone, then it's probably too small in the first place. And so it's important for us to do as much as we can. So I appreciate all of the partners. You can see all these partners up here, starting with the Public Safety Department here, the captain, the police director, the whole staff, the community service officers. Obviously, the team we have in Newark, our outreach team does an awesome job. Bridges, a partner of ours, always, Rutgers, and OVPTR, and all the other organizations here, St. Barnabas here with us, Beth Israel, UH, all of the folks that have decided to sign on with us. We appreciate you. Newark Alliance, can't leave those guys out. And all of the partners that are with Newark Alliance, Amelia Farm Foundation, Prudential, everybody, because this is very, very, very important to us. A couple of years ago, we reduced street homelessness by 57%, probably the largest increase or decrease, I would say, in street homelessness that we've seen in this state and in this city ever. That was, some of that number was taken away last year because the state saw a 24% increase in homelessness in the entire state. And Newark was also a part of that. The reality is this problem is very difficult. And we can't find places and spaces to put people in, the difficulty becomes greater. I'm thankful also with the Housing Authority. We partner with the Housing Authority to begin to take 200 units to make available to the chronically homeless, which would help us begin to give people places to go when we remove them or get them off of the street. And that's important. Lastly, I want to say the country is arguing with each other about, and when I'm in Europe, people don't understand this, that we're arguing about whether people should sleep on the street or not, whether people have the right to sleep on the street or not. And that's kind of, people in other countries are dumbfounded by our debate. You have people who are fighting, oh, you have to let them live in a tent on the street. The reality is, in one of the richest nations in the world, we should be figuring out how people aren't sleeping on the street. The debate shouldn't be about whether they have a right to be in a tent. The debate should be, why haven't we figured out how to house people who do not have homes or do not have shelter? And that's what we're beginning to do here in the city of Newark with the many opportunities that we've created for folks in the city to have a place to go, right? From the container villages, to drop-off centers that we're creating, to the mini shelters that we partner with, to now the housing authority that are now become a partner of ours. Our economic development department was going to help us build more transitional homes in the city. All of it is important for us, especially it becomes important in times like this where we know it's very, very, very cold outside, right? And so I just want to applaud all the people you see behind me, these outreach workers who are doing who do the work nobody else wants to do. A lot of us are okay with taking pictures of homeless people on the street and putting it on our Facebook page to admonish people. Some of us are comfortable with going to get the things left over in their refrigerator, or the stuff people didn't eat at their restaurant, or the old food at the supermarket that's outdated, and piling it up in metal plates and going to a park and feeding homeless and going home and feel like they did their part, right? We feel like we could do that because it makes our conscience feel better. It makes us feel good that we have done something for people who we think are in a less situation than we are, but we really haven't done anything to fix a system that creates homelessness. And so these folks every single day go outside and talk to people on the street until they can convince them to go into a shelter or to go into a place. That's what Path Home means. I know some people don't understand that, because you think when you call and you say to somebody on the street that they're going to come out, bop them over the head, drag them in the bus, drive them off, and you're going to come back 12 minutes, 15 minutes later, and you're not going to see them. That's not how this works. They go out there and have a conversation with people on the street. They talk to them multiple times, over and over and over again. They know where they are, where they stay, what they like, what they don't like. They build relationships with these folks until finally they say, I want help. I need help. Please help me today. Where's the shelter I can go into? Because anybody that gets a bunch of blankets and sleeps in the cold in front of a store in 30-degree weather and decides to do that besides going to a shelter system, there's something wrong with the system that we've created. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. I'm excited about what we're getting ready to do downtown Newark. I appreciate that, and I know it will emanate and spill out into the other parts of the city as well, especially with the work we're already doing in the other parts of the city. So I appreciate you guys, and if any of you guys have any money, anybody that knows anybody that got any money, anybody that knows anybody who knows anybody that got any money, please, we need as much help and resources that we can get to expand this program, to grow it, to make it 24/7 all throughout the city and add more people. Because the outreach teams are the key to solving this problem. Thank you.
And I just want to say that the pressure that the mayor applies to us all makes us better leaders. So I appreciate you for your guidance and giving us the resources to do this work. I do want to acknowledge, of course, Councilman at Large Roundtree, who just stepped in, someone that, way long before there was outreach workers, it was Councilman Roundtree with her Air Maxes going out into the community, or Gore-Tex, whatever you're doing. But I want to thank you, of course, for your support and everything you do for this work. So next, I want to just say, right, that Mayor Baraka's plan was a call to action really for the community to join the city's efforts and use the power of collaboration to push forward, because no city alone can end homelessness. So in the last year, we've seen so much collaboration with all levels of government to get this work done. And our partners at New Jersey Department of Community Affairs and its Office of Homelessness Prevention have played a critical role in this success here in the city of Newark. We have received deep data analytics, operational support, and funding that has helped us move our strategies forward. So I want to invite Dr. Callahan to come up and say a few words.
Thanks, Liz. Hey, really excited to have this opportunity here. Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Director Ilario. And particularly, thanks to every single person in this room that made this happen. So Pam, Rich, our healthcare partners, right? Throughout the state of New Jersey, homelessness is a problem and a challenge that requires bold action, compassionate leadership, and collaboration across sectors. In the city of Newark, that is one of the few places in this state where we can point to as an example of where things are happening right? And where the leadership from elected to appointed officials has the temerity to say that unsheltered homelessness is unacceptable in our community, and we're gonna do something about it, right? So if we can one more time, please give a round of applause to the mayor and his leadership team, and also Councilman Rogers. So I'm not going to foot stomp too much on what's already been said, but particularly programs like what Newark is launching today are lifelines, right? When we have government, healthcare providers, nonprofits, and community advocates come together, that is how we solve unsheltered homelessness, right? And importantly, unsheltered homelessness is something that can be solved in our communities. It is not an intractable problem without solutions. It takes bold leadership and people willing to do the work and bite the elephant on all sides, right? So particularly, thank you, Mayor Baraka, thanks Director Ilario, and also thanks to all the partners that made this happen, particularly University Hospital, RWJ Barnabas, Rutgers Health, Bridges Outreach, CSP&J. I call Pam and Rich probably 5 times a day to go fix problems I have, but most importantly, they not only resolve those issues, they ensure that anybody throughout the state of New Jersey, whether you're living in an encampment in Sussex County or you're sleeping right outside of Penn Station, that you are as expeditiously as possible brought to shelter and you have a path home. Thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to this for kicking off.
So the public sector, of course, is important, but the private sector, like the mayor mentioned, also plays a significant role in addressing homelessness. But I will say that since the launch of the plan, Evan Wise, the Newark Alliance, and its membership, some are here, have stepped up to support. Evan is not only an important thought partner in this work, but someone that has dedicated his time and resources to ensure that we meet our goals. From taking my texts all days at night, from making important connections, to providing critical capacity to our office, and of course to fundraise to support of our initiatives. Evan and the Newark Alliance have been critical to our progress here in the city of Newark. So Evan, you can come up.
It's good sometimes to start these things with a joke, and this isn't actually a joke, but it sounds like a setup to a joke, which is what happens when the largest maritime shipping company in the world, one of the largest hospitals in the United States, the largest insurance company in America, all get together to do something, to tackle a giant problem. And so what is the Newark Alliance? The Newark Alliance is an entity that's 25 years old, that is built to take on Newark's biggest strategic problems and try to solve them. And it's who we solve them with and how that I think really sets us apart, and then that sets this initiative apart. So that's Port Newark Container Terminal, the New York Shipping Association, MCJ Miller Foundation, Prudential Foundation, the Marr Foundation, proudly Rob Wood Johnson Barnabas Health System, Rutgers behind me, and then others. And JIT, the other major higher educational institution here, has also stepped up with Hope Village. What's so impressive is to be able to say that very, very different groups, different organizations are coming together to do this. The healthcare organizations We expect that, and what they're doing here is unique and totally impressive. But the fact that so many different kinds of partners are tackling this together, it's key. And I see, the actual people doing the work, standing behind me, Rich Bridges, CSP&J. It's just always incredible and humbling to be here and see the group that's come together to take this on. And lastly, just leadership from Commissioner Suarez, from Dr. Callahan, from the Department of Community Affairs in general, Janelle, and then most importantly, the mayor. A lot of this work started because sitting in his office, myself, Letha Reddy, our board chair from Prudential, we were given this charge to take this on 3 years ago now. And we've made progress, and I think as Mike said, it's progress towards a goal. We will solve this. We've all decided we're going to do it. We're going to figure out how. But your call to action on this, I think, has just moved so many people to take this on and make this, as Mike said, a leader in New Jersey and the United States. So thank you again. So happy to be here and be part of this, and to all our partners who are part of this too. Thank you.
So when I first contacted Rutgers Health about piloting a street medicine initiative in Newark, I thought they were going to hang up the phone on me. The field is still evolving, it's still brand new. It was going to be brand new to New Jersey and to Newark, so I expected some hesitance, but instead, I was met with excitement about the idea and learned that Dr. Sahu, Rochelle, and the rest of the team actually shared a passion for providing medical care aimed at people experiencing homelessness. So we began to develop the program over several months and successfully launched it in September of 2024. And it has been so impactful that we are now expanding it and extending its reach. Dr. Sahu?
Thanks, good morning. So on behalf of Rutgers Health, I want to say first, we're really super excited to be doing this as a team and being a part of this journey together. Health is more than just prescribing a medicine, sending somebody to the hospital. Health is housing. Health is looking at all the different social drivers of health. And I think what's really awesome about what we're doing is we're doing this as a team. Everybody brings something to the table, and we play a small part in taking care of the medical needs, the mental health needs, helping folks with substance use disorder. But to do this with everybody here, I think that's the real beauty of all of this. And I want to thank you for letting us be a part of this journey. Thanks.
We're also excited that our RWJ-Barnabas Health has committed to support the new clinical downtown metro team. They have been great partners in this since the beginning, supporting us at Come As You Are and now with this new initiative. So we are looking forward to continue working closely with them to ensure the success of this team and this initiative. So I'm going to ask Dr. Buckman if you want to come up and say a few words, please.
Thank you, everybody. At RWJ-Barnabas, we have a mission statement, one system, one family, but clearly the mayor has set this up to be one city, one family. You can't get all these people together to work in unison to one goal if they're not family. So excellent job with that. And I'm honored to serve as the Chief Administrative Officer at Newark Beth Israel Medical Center. It is part of the RWJ-Barnabas system. Val Preet is my Senior Vice President for the system, and she's here also, our leader in charge of community health. We're able to enhance the program by offering a psychiatric nurse, an advanced practice psychiatric nurse. So they will partner with this team and look at the mental health and healthcare issues of people without an address. And so coming from Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and Children's Hospital of New Jersey, we know that homelessness and not having an address looks different for different people. It can be a temporary situation, it can be a permanent situation, but it always impacts your health and your mental health. To be outside with no address has a major impact on your medical and mental health and your well-being. So for families out there, for adults out there, for children out there, we want to be a part of the solution and partner with this team. So I thank you for allowing us in to partner with you, and we look forward to that. I do want to talk a little bit about all of the different things that advanced practice nurse can do. They bring a set of clinical skills that can do things like diagnose a mental health problem or a medical issue that may be a crisis now that needs to be addressed immediately, and then partner with the healthcare system to get it met, Or it could be a chronic issue that needs that constant revisiting to the person and establishing that therapeutic alliance, that trust. Not just a one and done, send you to the appointment. It's the, I know where you are, I know what your issues are, I'm here to help, I'm here to monitor, I'm here to connect you. So that skill from that advanced practice nurse is the thing that can be a change maker for someone who has struggled with chronic illness or mental illness, and build that alliance and get them to the care they need. So thank you for letting us partner with you. Thank you for pulling us into your family. We're pulling you into ours as well. And only good things can come from this. Thank you.
All right, so this next person never says no to a good fight or a bad fight, or a fight, just in general. He's always willing to step up and do more. He took on the 24/7 program and successfully launched it, and then most recently committed to be the designated service provider for the mayor's new Path Home program. Rich and Bridges is an important partner in our response to homelessness in Newark. We are so grateful for Rich's leadership and Bridges' commitment to Newark and its most vulnerable residents. So, Rich, you're not here to fight, you're here to talk.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. What's up, Mom? Thank you, everybody. What I really want to say is this is how you do it. I really hope that people out there are paying attention, because this is how it's done, right? You have the political courage to set an audacious goal like solving chronic homelessness, and you bring the community together to make it happen. Not criminalizing homelessness, not citing people for the biological imperative to sleep, right? But bringing the services they need directly to them. Now, I heard about, you should take it. I think I stole it from Justice Sotomayor, actually. You heard about the launch of the Path Home in 2022, but almost 5 years ago, in March of 2020, we were all told to stay home, right? But by April 1st, we had partnered with the city to create a 7 nights a week outreach and engagement program, and have had teams on the streets from 3 to 11 every single night since then. This new 24/7 program, along with our partners at CSP, without whom this is not 24/7, this first of its kind program in New Jersey represents the continued prioritization of our most vulnerable neighbors and a continued commitment to solving chronic homelessness. Last year, we had 5,961 documented engagements on the streets of Newark, and 250 people housed, stabilized, and no longer experiencing homelessness. Homelessness, you can clap if you like. Homelessness is solvable. You can create a system in which experiences of homelessness are rare, brief, and non-recurring. And this is how you do it. We are immensely proud to be part of the best work being done in this state. Mayor Baraka, it is because of your brave and bold leadership and vision that these partnerships are possible and will be why we do end chronic homelessness in Newark. So thank you for having us along for the ride.
Just had that espresso this morning, I can tell. I should have took one too. Should have been one too. Next, Pam, and CSP and J in general are not new to this work, but this is their first formal partnership with the city of Newark, and we are very excited, Pam. Pam has over 16 years of experience in this work and currently leads statewide homelessness service teams and outreach programs throughout the state, and we're really looking forward to her partnership here in Newark, and really looking forward to just having the work that you're doing statewide here. So Pam, come up and say a few words if you'd like.
Thank you. All right, so Rich is a hard act to follow, but I'm gonna try, all right? So obviously we are equally as excited to be part of this opportunity with both Mayor Baraka, obviously Bridges as well as our partner here for that 24-hour piece that is clearly one of the most innovative things that we're doing here in New Jersey, right? And I think to fill that gap, right, to serve our folks that are really truly in need, especially in the middle of the night, you know, our unhoused population right now in the middle of the winter time, we're out there, right? Our teams are doing such amazing work that not only we are proud of that, we're proud to be able to expand our services here in Newark, be able to offer those unhoused residents, right, access to our respite services, our wellness services that we've been here doing. You know, we know there's a need here. We see well over 200 people a day walking through our door on a daily basis, right? And we would love to see that number go down. Just like Rich said, there is a way for us to get our folks indoors, right, to find the solution. Why do they want to be out there? Right? Why are they saying no to things that are being offered to them? That's our job, right? We're here to do the hard work so we can make it easy for them. That's really our whole goal here, is to make more access, right? To be that real low barrier provider that folks are probably looking for in this community, to join with the HOT team, to have an amazing partnership. Obviously, the street medical team, we're also looking to tap into that as well. Just again, the innovation that's being done here. We hope that other municipalities look to this and look to this example, as Rich mentioned, right? I'm going to totally echo off of that, because other folks here, right, they're criminalizing, they're ticketing people that are out on the street, right? This huge ban on homelessness has been really, really hard for the population that we see on a daily basis. And it's created much more, many more challenges for us, and it's created fear now with the folks that we serve. So, we're very happy here to provide that hope for them, right? An additional chance that we're gonna keep going there until maybe it takes 50, 60 times, right? Hopefully that 61st time, they're gonna say yes to coming inside, and we can get them indoors and we can get them housed, because that's really our goal here. So, again, I know Rich said a lot, so I'm just gonna pass it over to my colleague here. Again, to echo her experience here when she was unhoused here in Newark. We're very happy that she was available to share her story today. So please, Lashima. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to pass it to Lewis first, but I'm gonna connect with Lashima.
So, I'm just going to give a little bit about my lived experience of being unhoused in Newark. So I'm going to tell a story. So good afternoon, everyone. So no matter who you are, you can make plans for your life, but your true purpose may emerge from an unexpected event. My journey has taught me, while life can be unpredictable, the consistent efforts of others to reach out and provide support can be life-changing. I once believed my path was set. I wanted to be a behavioral analyst for the FBI. I grew up in the midst of poverty and violence and hardship, but I was determined at one point to rise above my circumstances. I did reach academic success. I did achieve high grades. I did advance in degrees, and at one point I had a career. But life had other plans for me back in 2016. My mental health began to unravel. My undiagnosed condition led to risky behaviors, substance use, and eventually homelessness. I lost everything that I thought defined me: my career, my stability, and my sense of purpose. And at my lowest point, I felt like a lost cause, but then something remarkable happened. So back in July of 2022, I encountered an outreach worker that connected me with the transit police. This wasn't just a one-time gesture. It was a start of consistent support that changed my life. The outreach worker didn't just offer help, they persisted. They connected me to a detox program, long-term rehabilitation, and peer support. Their consistency reminded me that I wasn't alone, even when I felt abandoned to the world. Through the unwavering support, I began to rebuild. I learned about my mental health diagnosis. I sought treatment and developed coping mechanisms. Slowly but surely, I started to understand that my recovery is a journey, not a destination. And outreach is the bridge that helps people like me cross from despair to hope. The benefits of consistent outreach, and I say consistent, are profound. It offers stability in the midst of chaos, hope in the face of hopelessness, and connection where there was once isolation for me. It provided structure I needed to reclaim my life. Today I am no longer homeless. I am substance free, and I have embraced a new purpose. I'm almost finished. And I have embraced a new purpose to give back through outreach, just as others gave to me. Thank you, guys. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm almost finished. So my message today to you is never underestimate the persistence in helping others. Every act of outreach, no matter how small, can plant the seed of transformation. When we show up consistently, we create opportunities for others to find their way back to stability, purpose, and hope. So thank you all, and let's continue to reach out consistently, compassionately, and to build a better future for all. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, no. Thank you, Lashima, for sharing your story. That was beautiful. Just a few folks I just want to, I did see the great councilman council back there hiding behind the back. Thanks for being here, sir. Big supportive of our efforts. Hey, Sarinthia, how you doing? Okay, so we're finishing, but I just want to leave you with some last remarks. So, Newark Forward, we say it a lot. It's one of the city's proud sayings that remind us to keep pushing and working on our city's most pressing issues. The mayor in the city is moving boldly forward in 2025. We are planning to significantly increase the number of transitional beds for chronically homeless residents through new partnerships and projects, and begin the construction of a new state-of-the-art 8,000 square feet drop-in and resource center in downtown Newark. We have an ambitious goal to end chronic homelessness in this city, but we passionately believe that it can be done by continuing to collaborate across our community. So together, we'll move forward and achieve this goal. So thank you all for being here, and let's stay in touch.